Imagine opening your banking app one ordinary morning and seeing something you've dreamed about for years, $100,000 sitting in your account. For a moment, everything feels different. You breathe easier. You tell yourself you've finally made it. The stress is over. The hard part is behind you. But what if that feeling is exactly what destroys your future? What if the biggest financial mistakes don't happen when you're broke, but the moment you start believing you're rich? Every year, thousands of people reach six figures in savings, income, or investments, and then quietly lose it. Not because they were unlucky, not because the economy collapsed, but because success made them lower their guard. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why hitting your first $100,000 is not the finish line. It's the most dangerous financial crossroads of your life. For most people, money has always been something they chased. They imagined that one magical number would erase every worry. Maybe it's $10,000, maybe $50,000, maybe $100,000. The exact number doesn't matter. What matters is the story we tell ourselves. We believe that once we reach it, we'll finally relax. We'll finally deserve nicer things. We'll finally start living. But money doesn't erase habits. It amplifies them. The same person who struggled to control spending with $1,000 often struggles even more with $100,000. Because now every bad decision feels affordable. The first mistake almost everyone makes is invisible. It doesn't look dangerous. In fact, it feels like a reward. The moment your income or savings grow, your lifestyle quietly grows with it. A nicer apartment, a newer car, better restaurants, premium subscriptions, expensive vacations. None of these purchases seem irresponsible on their own. After all, you earned them. That's what people tell themselves. But every upgrade comes with a hidden monthly cost. Before long, your financial freedom slowly transforms into financial obligation. You're making more money than ever, yet somehow, it disappears faster than before. Psychologists call this lifestyle inflation. It's one of the biggest reasons high-income earners still live paycheck to paycheck. The brain adapts to comfort incredibly fast. Yesterday's luxury becomes today's normal. That expensive coffee no longer feels expensive. The luxury car stops feeling special. The bigger house becomes just another house. And suddenly, the life you once dreamed about becomes the minimum standard you feel forced to maintain. That's when wealth quietly begins leaking away. Then comes the second mistake. And it's even more dangerous because society celebrates it. Success attracts attention. Friends notice. Family notices. Social media notices. Suddenly, there's pressure to prove you've made it. A luxury watch isn't just a watch anymore. It's a signal. The expensive vacation isn't just a vacation. It's content. The designer clothes aren't about comfort. They're about status. Without realizing it, people begin spending money to buy admiration from strangers they'll probably never meet again. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Truly wealthy people often spend less energy looking wealthy than people trying to appear wealthy. Many millionaires drive reliable cars, wear simple clothes, and avoid unnecessary attention because they understand something most people never learn. Every dollar spent showing success is one less dollar creating future freedom. Real wealth grows quietly. Fake wealth demands an audience. The strange part is, these mistakes don't happen because people are greedy. They happen because the human brain loves comfort, approval, and certainty. Money simply gives those emotions a larger budget. That's why reaching $100,000 isn't the end of the journey. It's the beginning of a psychological battle between the person who wants long-term freedom and the person who wants immediate satisfaction. And most people don't even realize the battle has started until their bank account begins moving in the wrong direction. There's another mistake almost nobody sees coming, because it wears the mask of confidence. After reaching $100,000, many people start believing they've figured money out. They assume every investment they make will work. Every business idea will succeed. Every financial decision will somehow turn into more money. Confidence is powerful, but overconfidence is expensive. The market doesn't care how successful you felt yesterday. One emotional decision can erase years of disciplined progress. Wealth isn't protected by intelligence alone. It's protected by humility. The biggest financial disasters rarely begin with fear. They begin with certainty. Someone promises impossible returns. A friend says they've found the next big investment. Social media influencers show luxury cars and claim they became rich overnight. Suddenly, patience feels boring. Slow investing feels outdated. People stop asking one simple question: what if I'm wrong? The moment you stop questioning your decisions is the moment your money becomes vulnerable. History repeats itself over and over. Whether it was the dot-com bubble, the housing crash, or cryptocurrency hype, the story never changes. During every financial boom, people convince themselves that this time is different. They stop thinking about risk because everyone around them seems to be making easy money. Then reality returns. Prices fall, panic spreads, and the same people who rushed in at the top rush out at the bottom. Wealth disappears, not because markets are unpredictable, but because emotions are. Another mistake begins with generosity, but ends with regret. As your financial situation improves, people notice. Some genuinely need help. Others simply see opportunity. Family members ask for loans. Friends ask you to invest in their business. Someone promises they'll pay you back next month. At first, saying yes feels kind. It feels generous. But without clear boundaries, generosity slowly becomes financial pressure. Before long, you're carrying other people's responsibilities instead of protecting your own future. The wealthiest people in the world understand something most of us learn too late. Helping others is important, but sacrificing your own financial stability helps no one in the long run. You can't build a strong future while constantly rescuing everyone around you. Real generosity comes from strength, not guilt. Sometimes the most responsible answer isn't yes. Sometimes it's not right now. Then comes a mistake that feels completely harmless: debt. Not desperate debt, comfortable debt. Monthly payments become normal. A luxury car financed over 7 years. Furniture bought with 0% interest. A vacation paid for later. Individually, each payment seems small. Together, they quietly steal your future income before you've even earned it. One day you realize something shocking. Your salary isn't yours anymore. It's already been promised to banks, lenders, and monthly subscriptions. Debt changes more than your bank account. It changes your choices. It keeps people trapped in jobs they hate because quitting suddenly feels impossible. It makes risk harder to take. It delays dreams that once felt achievable. Financial freedom isn't measured by how much money you earn. It's measured by how much of your income actually belongs to you after every obligation is paid. Perhaps the most dangerous mistake of all is believing you've already won. $100,000 feels like a destination because most people never reach it. But compared to decades of retirement, unexpected emergencies, inflation, and rising living costs, it's only the foundation. Treating it like the finish line is like stopping halfway through building a bridge. It may look complete until you try to cross it. The people who build lasting wealth don't celebrate for very long. They stay curious. They keep learning. They keep investing. They protect what they've earned with the same discipline that helped them earn it in the first place. Because they understand a truth that changes everything. Making your first $100,000 is an achievement, but keeping it, multiplying it, and passing it to the next generation, that's an entirely different game. The final mistake is the quietest one of all, and that's exactly why it's so dangerous. People stop learning. The moment they reach a financial milestone, they begin believing they already know enough. They read fewer books. They stop listening to experts. They ignore new opportunities. They assume yesterday's strategy will always work tomorrow. But money is constantly changing. Technology changes. Markets change. Taxes change. Entire industries disappear while new ones are created overnight. The people who continue building wealth aren't always the smartest. They're simply the ones who never stop being students. Think about the wealthiest people you know. They don't just earn money, they study it. They ask better questions. They understand risk before chasing rewards. They focus on building systems instead of depending on luck. Every dollar they save becomes an employee working for them 24 hours a day. Over time, those employees hire more employees. That's how wealth quietly compounds while everyone else is chasing the next shortcut. Here's the truth that almost nobody tells you. $100,000 will not change your life forever. The habits that helped you reach it will. If discipline disappears the moment success arrives, then success won't stay for long. Money follows behavior, and behavior follows identity. If you still think like someone trying to impress other people, your bank account will eventually reflect that mindset. But if you think like someone building freedom instead of status, every financial decision begins pulling you toward a future where money creates choices instead of stress. Imagine yourself 10 years from now. Two versions of your future are standing in front of you. In one future, your first $100,000 became the foundation of lasting wealth. Your investments continued growing. Your financial decisions became calmer and wiser. You own your time instead of selling every hour of your life. In the other future, the money slowly disappeared. Small purchases became expensive habits. Debt replaced opportunity. And the freedom you once tasted became another distant dream. Both futures begin with exactly the same amount of money. The only difference is the decisions made after reaching it.so. If you're still working toward your first $100,000, don't just focus on earning it. Focus on becoming the kind of person who can keep it. And if you've already reached that milestone, remember this. Your biggest financial enemy is no longer a lack of money. It's the belief that you've already won. Stay humble. Stay patient. Keep investing in your knowledge just as much as your portfolio. Because wealth isn't built in one big decision. It's built through hundreds of small choices repeated over years. One day, people will look at your success and call it luck. They'll never see the nights you chose investing over impulse buying, learning over showing off, patience over pressure. They won't see the opportunities you ignored because they sounded too good to be true. They won't see the discipline that quietly protected your future while everyone else was chasing attention. Real wealth has always been invisible. It grows slowly, silently, and without asking anyone for applause. If this video changed the way you think about money, don't let it end here. Take one lesson from today and apply it before the day is over. Small actions, repeated consistently, create extraordinary results. And if you want more videos that break down the psychology of wealth, smart investing, and financial freedom in a simple way, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. The next lesson could be the one that saves you thousands of dollars or helps you earn your next 100,000. Until next time, remember this. Making money is impressive. Keeping it is wisdom. Growing it is freedom.